Hi guys, it's Alima here, and I'm going to show you how to make these really pretty fondant tulip flowers for cupcakes, cakes, whatever you want. I think they're really cute, and I'm going to show you how to do them. Oop. So what I start with is just regular white fondant. I used a little bit already to make the demonstrations. So what I'm doing is just cutting a small chunk, it's hard, of my white fondant. It looks like mozzarella cheese. Do you know, like, you get a mozzarella cheese? We're gonna set that aside. And also, fondant is really sticky. Like, I'm talking next level sticky. So I'm gonna sprinkle on some powdered sugar. You don't really wanna use anything else than powdered sugar because, well, it's just not gonna turn out that well. So I'm gonna spread out some powdered sugar. And I'm also gonna sprinkle a little bit on top of my fondant and on the bottom. Be generous with it because, trust me, again, very, very sticky. This is gonna make about 2 flowers. So I'm gonna split it in half and I'm gonna put it in the middle. And now I'm gonna fold it. I'm not gonna try to twist it a lot because then all this red ink is gonna get on your hands. I said ink, I meant food coloring. Oh gosh, this looks very scary. So now you just mix it until you get your desired color. You can always add more if you need it. Again, see, you can already see it getting stickier the more you mix. I actually like this color, it's pretty. A little scary right now, but it's pretty. It's like pulling taffy. I'm just gonna mix it so I get all a solid color. And it will stain your hands a little bit. If you bothered, you can put some gloves on, but I mean, why not? There you go. It does look a little dusty right now, but don't worry about that. Now I'm gonna get my rolling pin, and also I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit more powdered sugar on that, just so nothing sticks. Better be safe than sorry. And now I'm gonna roll it out. I'm gonna roll it out pretty thin because you don't want your flower petals being way too thick for no reason. See, it's already sticking if you don't add enough. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my knife and kind of estimate the flower petals. It's a little hard, but it's worth it in the end. I'm gonna cut them about this size of like a spoon, just like that. Kind of like smooth triangles. Now what I'm gonna do is cut the edges just a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just easier to fold like that. So now what I'm doing is kind of just squishing the edges to make it look more like a petal instead of, well, a triangle. So now all I'm gonna do is get my petals, put them together, and press them together so they don't fall apart. I recommend doing the bigger ones first and then the smaller ones. The more the better because then your flower looks more full and very pretty. Oh, by the way, if your petals are not sticking because of the powdered sugar, you can always add a little bit of water in the middle and then stick them together. But I think I got it. Yeah. I'm gonna stretch this one out a little bit more. Flowers are never perfect, so don't worry about, well, being perfect. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get just a small chunk and I'm gonna add some yellow food coloring to it to make the center of your flower. Now that I have my little yellow circle, I'm just gonna roll it out just a little bit. I'm making this a little more thinner than I did the flowers. This is a piping tip and it has a good size circle. So all I'm gonna do is push the sides to make it a little more thinner and more flower looking. Now all I'm gonna do is get some water, just a little bit. I'm gonna put it in the center of my flower. I'm gonna put my yellow center in. Now to make it look more like a tulip, I'm adding these black seeds that I found. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick up my flower very gentle, carefully. All I'm doing is getting a water bottle because it's kind of like a flower-ish shape, if that makes any sense. And I'm gonna coat the top of it with just a little bit. Don't worry, these water bottles are not going to waste. We're gonna drink them after. All I gotta do is wash the top. Just like that. And then I'm gonna place my flower like that. And all I'm doing is squishing the top a little bit. And there you go. And then when you lift it up, it looks like a flower. And I think this is pretty cool. And these are a few of the dry ones. This is how it's gonna turn out. I think it's super cool how they look. And now I'm gonna show you how it looks like on a cupcake. So these are a few of them and I'm gonna make about 7 more, I wanna say. And I'm gonna show you how to put them on a cupcake. Here's my cupcake. I just made a carrot cake cupcake. So now I'm going to add my green frosting. And I'm gonna make it kind of look like grass. I also made a fondant leaf and I'm just gonna indent some leaf marks just to add some more detail. Just like that. I'm gonna stick like that. And I'm gonna make one more. Just like I made the petals, except longer. I'm gonna place this one across from it, just like that. And now I'm gonna get my flower, put it inside, and I'm gonna stick it on top. And now I have my cupcake. I think it's so cute.